Good morning and happy Tuesday, my phenomenal things. Welcome back to the cavern, or welcome if you're new here. I hope you all are doing well and had a fantastic weekend. It's hard to believe that the holidays are fast approaching. Yule and Christmas are this week. How fast time flies. Since it is the holiday season, I figured why not look at some of the popular candies of this time of year. And I decided to start with my dog's favorite treat, gummy bears. I think he has a slight problem, and I think he's addicted and needs a support group. Because if he so much as hears the bag, he comes running from wherever he is in the house and will stare at the bag with wide eyes and shakes uncontrollably. If we order him some, he knows that the package contains his favorite treat, and he'll actually try opening the box every single time. Yes, he has a problem. So where did these come from? Well, a man named Hans Riegel, a German confectioner, created the candy. However, let's start at the very beginning of how all this came to be. Hans Riegel Sr. was born on April 4th, 1893. But the story of the bear began in 1920, when Hans Riegel Sr., a businessman and confectioner, started producing chocolates and other candies out of his Bonn house. Previously, Hans worked for a neighborhood confectioner in Germany, but he soon became disinterested in the job because he wanted something unique, something he could call his very own. Thus, Hans and his wife Gertrude launched their own business in 1920. While his wife biked across town distributing and selling the delicious and sweet candies to the locals, Hans assumed position of the principal confectioner. What the couple didn't realize was when Hans created the bear-shaped gummy candy known as the gummy bar, or the gummy bear as we know it today, would turn the failing company into a flourishing enterprise. The confection was historic since it was the first time fruit flavors had been blended with sugar, natural gum, or gelatin. The fruity candy quickly became a favorite among adults and children because of the combination of ingredients in the 1960s. While gummy treats existed before Hans, such as the Turkish Delight and Japanese rice candy, it was Hans's creation of the gelatin-based gummy that gave rise to the enormous popularity of gummy bear candy. Hans relocated from his home factory of 160 employees by the 1930s, whereas now the family employs over 7,000 people globally and manufactures more than 100 million bears a day. This figure continues to rise every year. Hans ran the candy company Haribo until 1946. By the end of World War II, Riegel sold all of his confectionery businesses to the American people. The gummy treats entered the American market in 1982 and has been available at Land of Gummies ever since. There is a tragic story behind why the bear was chosen. Riegel picked the bear as the popular shape because of a European tradition that dates back centuries. Trained dancing bears were popular during the Middle Ages and persisted through the 20th century. They were still common in German festivals 100 years ago, so Riegel knew it was an image that his customers would recognize. The dancing bears were poached from the wild as cubs and trained to perform tricks through abusive practices. Trainers would teach the bears to dance by forcing them to stand on metal plates over fire while music played. As the plates got hotter, the bears hopped from one pod to the other to relieve their discomfort. Eventually, the animal would associate music with pain and lifted their feet in a dance-like motion every time they heard it. The good news is for us animal lovers, dancing bears are banned in Germany today, but the legacy of the tradition lives on in every bag of gummy bears. To those of you who enjoy this treat as much as my dog does, do you prefer gummy worms or gummy bears? I honestly like both, although I really like Sour Patch Kids, but I don't like how rough the sugar is because it cuts up my mouth all the time, so it sucks. I hope everyone has a great week and enjoys the holidays. Friday, I'll share where the candy cane comes from, or came from. And maybe I'll stray from the traditional holiday traditions and review the new film, Christmas, Bloody Christmas, just in time for the holidays. If you don't want to miss the upcoming content, click the bell icon to be the first to know when new videos are up. Can't wait for more. Check out my other videos on the screen. Thank you all so much for watching, and take care until next time. Bye, everyone.